Hello, welcome back to Cocoknits. I have done some videos on how to fix drop stitches, and one I'm going to cover in this one is what happens if you drop stitches on the very edge out here, on either edge of your knitting. The best way to pick up stitches is to not have to. This is literally why I invented the stitch stoppers, the Cocoknits stitch stoppers. They're nice and squidgy, and they slide all the way onto your needle, and you are not going to have to worry about drop stitches on your edges if you've got your stitch stoppers on. But say you forgot or whatever, got interrupted, and oops, some stitches dropped off, and say they're undone a few rows, and it looks really scary and messy because you've got these loops, which can be kind of confusing. You know, what are you supposed to do about those? All right, so the first thing is don't panic. This is fixable. Find the last, it's just like in the other dropped stitch videos. You're gonna find the last stitches that you can and secure them. So in this case, I've got 2 stitches. You might have 3, you might have 1. At any rate, get them secured. I like to use, because we're gonna pick them up one at a time, it's easier if you secure each one separately. So you could put them both onto a double point needle, but then you're gonna have to, you know, probably use stitch stoppers then to keep this needle into whichever stitch you're not currently picking back up. So I kind of like to just pick each one up separately. Worst case scenario, you could even use a little claw clip. See how I've got each, just kind of secure them in there, right? And at least they're not gonna go anywhere. Whatever you do, just get them secured. And then what you wanna do is, believe it or not, grab your blocking kit. If you don't have a blocking kit like this, a cork board, kind of cork memo board would also work. Something that you can pin on. And then also get your T-pins. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is first get these edge stitches laid out. Oh, and you also are gonna need your stitch fixer. All right, you can just secure these guys right on here. You know, get it so you're not gonna lose more, right? And then lay this out. I'm gonna take this guy off and put I think I'll zoom in a bit too on this so you can maybe see better what I'm doing. What we're gonna do here, make sure I've got each of these secured. There's the one on the very outer edge, right? And now look at your loops. And you'll see that each of these loops that's coming off the outer edge has a top and a bottom, right? So lay it out so that it is clearly top on top, bottom on bottom. And same here. It would, you know, when I picked it up, it was like this. Make sure you unfurl it and really look at it and make sure that you've got top and bottom. And just pin that out for yourself. And that's half the battle right there, right? And now we're gonna pick up each stitch, and I'm gonna start with the inside stitch, right? So get this guy off of my little holder, get it onto my stitch fixer, and then it's just like the other pickup stitches, right? I'm just gonna pull it right up in order. And once you see what's going on, you may not need to pin this out like this, but this is a great way to start because it's gonna be so nice and clear what needs to happen here. And then you can kind of slide that stitch or that needle back. That guy's safe. Pop him on your needle. Right? Not scary at all. When you prep this right, it's not that bad. Next one, I'm gonna take my little holder off. And again, just like the other ones, you wanna make sure that you're coming up through this stitch with your stitch fixer. And then again, just pick them up right in order. And you can kind of keep scooting your work closer to your T-pins to take up that slack. Last one. Get rid of my T-pins. Get it back on the needle. Magic. See? Not so bad.